The judges are from Denmark, France, Russia, Hungary, and from England. Referee of this bout is from Canada, Frank Fiacco. And now please welcome to the red corner, representing Korea, Inkyu Kim.
So, limbering up as he approaches the boxing ring is the man from South Korea, Kim Inkyu, 24 years of age, the reigning Asian Championship silver medalist. Competing in his second AIBA World Boxing Championships here. In 2013, he came away with a quarter-final finish. Here he is with at least a championship bronze around his neck.
Uzbekistan, Jasurbek, LATIPOV.
The man wearing blue is the reigning Asian Championship gold medalist, Jasurbek LATIPOV from Uzbekistan. And that, of course, that we have a rematch here at this semi-final stage of the World Championships of the Continental Gold Medal bout from Tashkent, Uzbekistan earlier this summer. Jasurbek LATIPOV, who came away with a World Championship silver in 2013 and a bronze in 2011. What color will his championship hardware be here? Kim Inkyu with a solid display over Kavinder Bisht at the quarter-final stage, after eliminating Ireland's Brendan Irvin with a unanimous point decision win in the second preliminary round and a 5-0 unanimous point decision win over the man from Kazakhstan, Azamat Isakulov, in the first preliminary round. So the fourth bout of the tournament for the man in red, LATIPOV, also preparing for his fourth contest. Quarter-final stage, he eliminated the tournament #2 seed from Colombia, Saber Avia, with a 4-1 win. But this one, I was ringside in Tashkent, and their gold medal bout was a thrilling affair. What price that we're going to see a repeat of that here. A place in the gold medal bout at stake as Frank Fiacco from Canada sends the men back to their respective corners to await the opening bell. So we're underway then. Effectively, this is round 4 of the AIBA Open boxing rivalry that these two men have. They're going 3 rounds this summer. That's earlier this summer in the Asian Continental Championships. Long left hand wasn't too far away from the man in red. That's the reigning Asian Championship silver medalist, Kim Inkyu from South Korea, 24 years of age, 1.72 meters tall, just under 5 feet 8 in old money. Whipping left hand landed again on the man in blue, and that is Jasurbek LATIPOV. Hard lead hand shot again from Kim. Bright start to the round for him.
Kim, tall, rangy, very good at boxing at distance, but he's in against a very clever Uzbekistan boxer in LATIPOV. He's waiting here, he's making his man lead, and hopefully wants him to fall short, and then he's going to try and come back with the counters. LATIPOV, I do like him. I think he's a skillful boxer indeed, but he's up against it here. Kim is very good, like I say, at range, southpaw, when he's standing tall. He's good with his left jab, but he also whips in this left hand around the side, and it's a little bit inaccurate on that occasion, but yeah, he gets a fair bit of power behind his punches as well, Kim. A lot of leverage, so this one should be a cracker.
Kim with that familiar low-held guard, tightened up in anticipation of a shot, with the cuffing left hand from LATIPOV. Just clipped him around the back of the ear, was slightly long, but still made an impact. LATIPOV, so much experience, only 26, a few days after the tournament on the 15th of September, but looking for another return to the final, adding to his gold medal bout appearance where he came away with silver in 2013. Left hand again wasn't too far away from Kim. He gets onto the front foot now. LATIPOV trying to lure the man in.
Both swinging wildly, aren't they? If they connect with those punches, then they'll both do some damage. But LATIPOV, again, He's counter-punching on the back foot, a shorter man, but he's waiting for his opponent to come.
Oh, and a right hand sent him to the canvas.
It did indeed, and maybe that should have been a count. He's probably a little bit off balance, but nevertheless, a right hand went in there from the man in blue.
That's something we've seen to such an extent that it's perhaps become a trend during this tournament, where a flash knockdown appears to have been suffered by a boxer, but because it is a flash knockdown and feet may have been tangled or the boxer off balance, no count has been issued. And remember, of course, sending your man to the canvas, not necessarily a 10-8 round in AIBA open boxing, but still, no count registered when a right hand appeared to send the man in red and force him to touch down.
I think Latipov had some success in this round, Ronald, just waiting on that back foot. The punches from both boxers were a little bit wild here and there, but Kim, his corner may think that he should be doing better boxing at range, but it's been a clever sort of display from Latipov. He knows he's a shorter fella, so he's waiting for his opponent to throw the first punch, and then he's going back with fast counters. But they've both got to improve their accuracy a little bit. But it's been not too bad a start from this fella.
So into the second round then between these two familiar rivals. Jasurbek Latipov, a two-time national champion of Uzbekistan. Success coming down at the light flyweight division. And again, Kim really winding up with that southpaw left hand, really committing to it. He found the range early on in this second round. Again, Latipov bobbing, weaving, tempting, teasing, presenting a target as he's wrestled down to the canvas, but backing his reflexes to enable him to evade the shot that's coming and be quicker on the trigger with his counter-attack. Whipping right hand into the body from Latipov. There's a long whipping left landed upstairs by the man in red.
He's dangerous on the break, is Latipov. He tends to throw a hook, either a right hook or a left hook, as he breaks away from a clinch, and as long as the referee hasn't said break or stop, should I say, then he's allowed to do that.
Just being spoken to for that very transgression, because there was a command from the referee, and Latipov still went to launch that shot you referred to. Certainly consistent theme of Latipov's boxing. As you say, it's well within the rules if there's no command from the third man in the ring. Just beyond the halfway stage of this second round, again, the accuracy hasn't been as high as both boxers would like to this point in the second stanza. Latipov launching a long right hand behind the jab, and it wasn't too far away. Turning his back on his opponent, not allowed, of course. Mr. Fiacco immediately reminding him of that.
Kim's the taller boxer, Ronald, but he's not using his jab here. He walks onto a shot there, and if anything, Latipov has taken that jab away from his opponent because he's sitting back so much. Kim, if he throws that jab, he's going to miss with it, because Latipov is just sitting on that back foot. He's waiting, and then he makes these darting attacks, darting raids. Difficult to pin down. It's a clever tactic, and Kim, for me, he's not being accurate enough. Although I have to say also, Latipov, when he's thrown that long, that was better from Kim, but when he's thrown that long right hand, very few times does it actually hit the target.
Launched it again there, and again it may have landed on something. That one did get through as he walked through with his feet, but this, well, that's just how that's indicative of how scrappy this contest is. The two boxers mauling one another down to the canvas. The referee having to wipe the gloves clean. So a rather scrappy second round between these Asian Championship finalists. Both men waiting to counter, but not landing with a high proportion of their punches.
Yeah, it's scrappy, and it is difficult to judge this one, because the majority of their punches that are thrown from both boxers aren't hitting the target. It's very scrappy. Nothing really clean is landed. As I say, that wasn't a bad shot at all from Kim. But again, probably another close contest here. And we'll probably take just a little bit of quality and accuracy, a bit of concentration in this last round from both boxers.
So we're into the third and final round. What has been rather untidy contest in many respects. Again, a fully committed right hand launched by Latipov before the fighters fall into an untidy tangle once again.
See, both of them there were just literally waiting for the referee, or Latipov was waiting for the referee, and the referee didn't say anything, so you just got to keep punching.
And my goodness, are they punching. Not sure about the technique, but there is plenty of whip on these arm punches being let go, particularly from Latipov. Kim with a long left, that was short of the mark as Latipov backed up. And again, look at that for a left hand from Latipov, providing a cool breeze for Kim. Wasn't anywhere near to landing, but just breezed past the man in red.
Well, this is when you expect a little bit more quality from both these boxers now. They're both pretty predictable in what they're doing. Kim's going forward, Latipov, you know, you're going to get a response from him. So they both should be trying to set their opponents up with either a counter-attack or a counter-punch. But it is scrappy and it's very inaccurate, the work. The quality of the punching is quite poor, to be honest.
It's a hard right hand dug into the body from Latipov. That was a correct shot as he turned an uppercut underneath. Halfway through the third and final round, and again, rabbit punch landing on the back of Kim's head there from Latipov as the accuracy continues to be low level.
I mean, if these punches land, these big shots that they're throwing, then it looks spectacular, but 99% of them are missing the target. Going around the back of the head.
That's a good right hand, and Kim dipped at the knees.
Good punch that was.
Well, the referees come in to warn the boxers about potential clash of heads, but my goodness, leaning backwards, Kim was tagged by a thunderbolt of a right hand, and he dipped at the knees, did well to stay upright.
And Ron, we said that if one of these punches land, it looked spectacular, and it did indeed. That was a belting shot from Latipov, and I think Kim was definitely affected by that. His legs just went, didn't they, for a split second.
So back onto the front foot is Kim. Here's another Hail Mary launched by Latipov. Good 1-2 combination. Oh my goodness, he got plenty of whip on that left hand to the body. Threw it from somewhere behind his back.
He's actually changed to southpaw now as Latipov. They're just trying something different, but again, most of the shots are going wide. But he has scored with the better punches in this round, Latipov.
Kim falling short, almost walks onto a counter left hand as Latipov remains in the southpaw stance. It's a tangle of arms and limbs once again. The 10-second clapper has sounded. Well, as we see, the AIBA president and the man who is the head of the Asian delegation on screen right. World Championship medalist, tangled with Mark Breland back in the day. Mr. Konakbayev.
Some wild shots from both boxers swinging here, but Latipov, he did produce a cracking punch. Here it is here. As he comes forward, bang, that's the one. And just for a split second, Kim's legs, they went, didn't they? Right hand coming up, there it was there, bang on the chin. And his legs just nearly went there, Kim. Was that the difference? Latipov actually thought at the end of it he'd got it.
In the blue corner.
So Jasurbek Latipov goes through to his second World Championship final here at Hamburg 2017. A unanimous points decision winner over Inkyu of Kim Inkyu of South Korea. It's a repeat victory for the Asian champion over the man he bested in the Asian Championship final. He is absolutely delighted. Kim comes away with a World Championship bronze in this his second appearance at an AIBA World Championship tournament. Will perhaps be disappointed with his accuracy during the course of that particular bout, but I'm sure he'll reflect with great pride on the World Championship bronzes accomplished. It's Latipov and Vijep who will square off in the championship final.